So this is just going to be a short little clip. Um, just going to show what I've been doing for the last couple hours before work. This has been like 2 hours or something. We're slowly collecting these sticks and things because we're using them for leveling our skill in melee. And we're leveling this up at the prison right now. And now I've started to slowly just use the extra logs when I'm gathering these sticks to level up my engineering, and it just increased by like 10% with one of these trees. So these trees are dropping quite a lot of wood here. So that's something to look for as well when you're cutting down trees, is that some trees drop more wood than others. Really big trees usually drop a ton. Now, strength-wise, we went from basically 0 skill to basic, and now we're getting to about 30%. And it's taken an hour, hour and a half, pretty much to get here. So within a couple of hours, you'll be able to get this to medium, and then probably in a day or so, you'll be able to get this to advanced. But we've been using these spears because they're easier to acquire. If you have faster attacking melee weapons, you can use those, but you have to repair them. So that is where it isn't exactly passive, because our weapons are taking damage. Every time that we're hitting that ground accidentally or hitting a wall accidentally, it's taking damage, which I didn't really account for before. But other than that, it hasn't been too bad. And you got to keep a decent bit of hydration and everything else on you when you're doing this. But I'm just going to go ahead and use all these sticks for something. Okay, it decided to use all the ones that I had saved. That's kind of dumb. Alright, let's go down another tree. All in all, it isn't going to take us too long to get melee weapons up. Probably be able to get it done before the beginning of next week. Maybe, depending on if I wake up early enough to do this. I just happened to wake up early today. And for anyone that's wondering, we actually did pass the exam. It was easier than I thought, but they had some snowball questions in there that I had no idea, because I completely forgot. Asking me about like the location of a brachial artery and stuff. I just completely whiffed. I was like, brachialis. Pretty sure I got it right, but we passed pretty decent high score. It was almost a 90. It was like 89. So, wasn't too bad. See, but this is just a normal tree, and I think all this is taking about the same amount of time to cut down. But these trees here are dropping 10 logs just with a basic tool. Whereas like C1, those trees were dropping like 8 logs, and then with a chainsaw they were dropping 10 logs. So these bigger, thicker trees are going to be dropping more and more wood. The biggest tree I know of is in the B3 castle. So whatever forest area has the biggest trees, I would assume, would be the best place to level up engineering and survival skill. I'll get in with this. I'll kind of show you what I've been doing. I did have a machete earlier. Machete is tacking like 2 or 3 times faster than the actual spear is. Issue is that you got to craft these every time that you're using them. So probably the best thing that we could craft is a hatchet. But you're gonna need to craft the improvised rope and stuff to do that. So that's up to you. But also the spear is a little bit easier to hit the target with. I figured that out earlier. But if we come over here, we can craft some rope. And try out the improvised axe here in a minute. I'm finding that using a spear or using boxing skill is the best way to position the puppet. I mean, like 250 for that. It's not bad. Right, stick this in here, and then maybe we can grab some rocks on the way in. All right. We'll test out one of the axes. I don't think he's likely to hit us. Now, there was someone trying to get into the prison earlier while we were inside, but they didn't manage to get in. They were somewhere on the west side. They might have been messing with their flag. Probably something I should check. I need to check the flags today at some point. I just haven't got around to it yet. This is how I've been losing bases, though, is that I forget to check the flags. Because I get up today, and then I do something, and then I'll end up not checking them and thinking I can do it when I get off work. And I can't because I work 12 hours, so. But basically, I think I locked the puppets up in that room over there, so I probably need to go back and unlock the door. But we can go ahead and craft an axe real quick. Let's see how much stuff we're getting here. So we're at 950. So I mean that was like 150, something like that. $200 and something. All right. So we had some puppets locked up over here. These two buildings don't really have much going on in them, so. I guess if someone takes that base, they take the base. It won't be that big of a deal, but it will kind of suck. So there was 2 or 3 puppets that I locked up over here. I don't know if they're still here, though. Here's one. Basically, come on. We've been dragging them off over here. They didn't really get positioned correctly. Does that give us... 660? Yeah. That's so we don't even have to craft the spear. That's interesting. Doesn't appear to be using damage, like taking as much damage. Okay. Then we've been trying to get them in that corner over here, so just drop this for a minute. Try to get this body over here in the corner if possible. If not, we might have to find a different puppet. Okay. Anywho. But we've been pinning them into a corner somewhere and then using the macro to hit the body. Now, these weapons like this, they hit faster than the stick. But if the body moves, they're less consistent. And that's really all this has been the last couple hours. If I can get them stuck in a position, the body despawns after like an hour or so, but it's not too bad. Now, if we can get these to not take damage, because right now, if I look at this, you see it's already lost 9% durability. Now you swap over to this. It's a little bit slower, but it may possibly take less durability damage than the spear. I don't really know, because it is thicker. It's not carved into anything. Okay. It takes damage, but it's not taking damage very quickly, so maybe just use basic sticks or something. You won't tack as fast, but it doesn't appear to be losing nearly as much durability. And it doesn't require a tool to make like I was using before, so it's not too bad. So right there, the body's pretty much perfect. Now we come over here, you can see we're already gained a percentage, so this is going up pretty quick. So getting to medium isn't going to be that hard. It's just a matter of time. And then we're going to have to go back and do our strength a little bit later, but I figure having the combat stat first is going to be more beneficial during our day-to-day gameplay. And then getting the strength after this will be more beneficial than probably leveling camo and stealth, because I don't have any tools really to need that at the moment. If you want to sneak around, you can sneak around, but I haven't really needed any of it for a while now, so getting our combat stats leveled I think is going to be the top priority for right now. And once we get our strength leveled, then we can start working on our lockpicking skill. And motorcycling, probably. Try to get a motorcycle. But this body isn't going to move. It's pretty stable right at the moment. So you just have to position the body right and then set your character right. and you should be okay. But I'm just going to keep doing this for now. I got about an hour or so before I have to leave for work, and we got about 4 hours till the server reset. I will say that if you do this, go ahead and stock up on some MREs. Go drop a couple grand on MREs and some water or something. I did have a gas can full of water over here with me, but I died earlier going to get a log branch, so that is that. And we've been slowly gaining fame. So I had about 400 fame originally, and then I respawned, went back down to 300, and now we're back at 405. So you don't necessarily have to bring food and water, but you probably want to at least have a bed so you can use your fame to respawn. Let's just look at the durability. So we've lost 3% on the stick so far, but you can see it's decreasing a lot slower than what the axe was. And we have quite a few of them. So I was going about like a stick or two every hour. It wasn't too bad. So that's just an update, kind of what I've been doing today before work. So hopefully that helps.